When it comes to game development, the most difficult thing you are going to find is keeping motivated, driven, and focused on your work. That is the number one thing that is going to stop you from completing your indie game. But there is one thing, there is a golden bullet that will ensure you stay focused and driven throughout your entire journey. The key to that success is what I call triggers. And by triggers, I mean things that trigger your mind and trigger your emotions and trigger your feelings to keep focused on your passion. See, in life, there are distractions all around us. And when I was growing up as a kid, I would always change what I was most interested in depending on what I just watched, seen, or experienced. I went from wanting to become an NBA basketball player to wanting to become the best person at Kung Fu, depending on if I just watched Michael Jordan play or if I just watched a Jackie Chan movie. But as I started game development, I realized it's these triggers that keep you focused and keep your attention on what you need to complete. When I started indie game development, I absorbed myself in everything about game development, from YouTube tutorials, podcasts, and even GDC talks. Anything I could find, anything I could read online, I would be constantly surrounding myself in it and absorbing it. This was most effective when I would find myself driving home from work after a long busy day, being really tired. Usually the last thing you want to do is start even more work. You want to sit down and enjoy some TV or some video games. But I'd be listening to a podcast on the way home, and during that journey, that podcast would be firing ideas in my head, would be triggering thoughts of game development that I was excited to try when I got home. By doing that, by constantly surrounding myself and making my entertainment everything that would help me develop my video game, it kept me completely focused and meant that every single spare second I had, I was able to keep on track and do something to help my video game get along. 5 years later now, I have 3 kids, a family to feed, a full-time job, and a YouTube channel to look after as well. In between all of that, I've always managed to keep my motivation and drive for game development. Now, I'm not saying do not make time for anything else. Family, health, and even hobbies are so important for your mental health. But ensuring that every single day there was something, there was a point, or at those key moments when I thought my motivation would drop, at those moments choosing to listen to a podcast or even watch a game development post-mortem really helped bring that motivation up. But it didn't even have to purely be focused on game development. I really enjoy looking after my fitness, and I would also listen to podcasts around health and motivation. And those podcasts, even though they weren't specific to game development, kept me in a motivated mindset, kept me driven to my goals and the things I wanted to achieve. I promise you, with anything you want to stay motivated with, if you find those triggers, find those things that you enjoy that motivate you, and ensure that every single day you are choosing to listen to those and absorbing that information, you will find yourself incredibly motivated and driven.